Bethany Scott here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am just grabbing and shopping from my stash. I feel like it's so important because there's all these deals going on, there's really great sales, and I feel like sometimes I personally, and I know I hear it from other people, get really inundated with all of this going on of like buy, and it's like, actually no, I want to make and create with the things I already have. So I am shopping my stash today. It's a movement that I've seen other people do, and I was like, let's just do it. If this is my goal is to create at least 21 cards this month, which is a lofty goal because Christmas time, I have a struggle of creating enough cards to even just send, much less sell. So I want to be able to do both this year, so that's why I'm giving myself a goal of 21 cards, and if I can do more, great. I will be thrilled. So I have grabbed a few of the cute ephemera sets that I got from the Not Too Shabby Shop, the Hot Cocoa Gnomes, and then the freebie, which was the Winter Snowman Treats. I have some holographic paper from scrapbook.com. I thought they would go with the gnomes. And then I have Gingerbread Visions. I think this is a really pretty, glitzy, little zhuzhed up paper pad that's holiday themed. And then, of course, if you've been around for a minute, at least this month, you will have seen that I have been doing a lot of this Tim Holtz quick grab and go sticker book sentiments. So I did grab the Alta New Inside sentiments to see if there was anything that floats my boat. I may use it, I may not. So this is my launching point, and I am just going to think on my feet for this. So I'm going to start actually by grabbing the ephemera. And these are so stinking cute. I love this marshmallow. This was a free gift. I believe a month, 2 months ago. I do not remember. Apologies, Jamie. It was a free gift recently. Can't even tell you how many months. But I think, okay. I think we need one with this big guy as the focal point, and then this big guy as the focal point. So we're just going to pull those two out and just start making with that. In terms of the backdrop, I do have another paper pad that I'm going to grab because I forgot that it works really well with this ephemera, and I will be right back. All right, I have it. It is called Frosted and Fabulous. It's more of a blue themed, and that's why I thought of it all of a sudden with the mugs here, the snowman, the melty snowman, just because it has that little extra blue theme in it. I think that might, even though it's not stark white, I think it will work well with this. Yeah, definitely a little bit outside the box, which I like, especially because, oh, look at that. That looks like some snow. So my goal is to be as quick and as easy and efficient as possible, knowing that sometimes life happens and we lose our way. That's okay too. I am here for it. I have had probably the busiest season yet, and I am grateful for it. I am extremely grateful for it. All right, we're gonna basically do a layering effect. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll do 4 1/4. And so this one will be the exterior layer, and then 5 1/2. Of course, we are making an A2 size card. I do need to make non-A2 size cards though, so I can fit some school photos in there. So watch out, guys. I may surprise you and not do an A2 size card one of these days. Just fair warning. All right, and then we want a good thick border, so I'm gonna go with 3 1/4. Yeah. By 4 1/2. I think that should be just thick enough that, yeah. Oof, stunning. Just stunning. And I love how these two papers go together. Jamie does a really great job at coordinating her ephemera with her paper pads and really just making them pop. Like, that blue is not an exact match, but it's a shade of it, and it really looks great. So now, before I start gluing, let me pick my sentiment. I may add a belly band or something. That's why I don't want to glue it down quite yet. Let's see if any of these work. Ooh, kind of want to make this one work. Yeah, I want to make that work. Believe in the magic. I think that's appropriate. Okay, so I will set that aside too. Now I'll get to gluing. I'll set all the things aside. Don't mind me, I am allowing the messy desk feel to just happen naturally as possible. And it's just simply because I'm realizing this time of year, if I have the time to clean before I play and do fun things, I will do that. But if the time is fleeting, I will allow myself a little bit of mess, knowing I will designate a specific time to clean up the chaos. It's kind of just how I'm keeping it a little bit less stressful this year. That is my goal, is less stress, because sometimes we get too wrapped up in all of the ins and outs of the holidays, and then we forget to like not make it stressful. This is also why I am currently complete in my shopping, although I have birthdays around the holidays that I need to shop for. That I'm not stressed about, but my dad turns 80 the week before Christmas. By the way, if anyone would like to send a happy 80th birthday card to him, I will drop the address in the description for you to send to, if you would like to. Or you can email me at the email address below, or fill out a form on my website, also listed below. And that way, and I could have foam taped that, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, but that way, we make sure my dad feels the love this year. Okay, yeah, they're all going this direction, so I'll make it belly bandish. Find a nice little scissors. Okay, a giant scissors apparently. And that'll get reused on something else. Just putting it away. But yeah, if you would love to send a something special for my dad for his 80th birthday, because we want him to feel the love. We're hoping he retires here in the new year. Not sure if he will, but we can keep hoping. Now, card 1 is done. Now, that probably took longer than it should have because I was chatting, but hey, it's fun. Okay, this one, the card base is going to be the border. So, we use the same technique of sizing. So 3.5 by 4.5, or sorry, 3.25. I hope that was 3.25. Nope, it was 3.5. My bad. It's really funny. Frankie, who's 4, now says bye bad a lot, and I'm like, yep, that's my fault. Whoops, sorry, kid. All right, 4.5. But Danny also says it a lot too, because I think she hears it a lot at school. Not sure if Frankie does, but I haven't had that discussion yet. All right, so this one I'm going to glue down before I add more, because I'm confident this is the style I want. I'm also, if you watched a couple of videos ago, I'm also very much in the mode of if if it's simple and the first thought that comes to mind, I'm just going to do it, because if I hate it, I can redo it or do a different version. It's totally fine. But 9 times out of 10, if it's the first thought in my head, that's usually what I come back to when I make a final decision. So I've been in that mode of keeping it simple. All right, I'm going to place that above so I can visualize what else is going to go on here. Because so many times we just end up going to that original idea we had, and why not? Ooh, kind of like these polka dots. I'm going to do the same style, but with the polka dots instead. So do polka dots. And what's the sentiment? Winter wishes. That seems appropriate. All right. Simplifying life. Now that should be officially called the easiest card ever. All right, we are going to just glue down. Go, go, go. I'm holding that still because the sticker, some of it released, so I don't want to rip it more by laying it back down again. But look at how cute and simple and fast. So I'm going to re-glue my sticker back. Can't believe I did that. And no one will even notice it happened. Right? Except for you guys, because you were here for it. All right. Setting that aside for the next time. And same concept. A little bit above. And now my hair wonky, so I'm going to replace that just a hair down. It's going to bug me if I didn't. There we go. Simple, fast, cute, fun. I'm going to put that under there for drying purposes. All right, so let's switch gears and go on to our gnomies. These gnomes, when I saw the release, I was like, those are really cute. And if you've been around in the chats, you'll know that my mom makes gnomes. By the way, if you need a gnome in your life for any time of the year, she still has plenty available, and they are on sale. Check out the shop, link down below. Okay, thanks. Anyways, okay, I love this one. So this guy, I gotta have him. And then I think we're doing a purple one. So we're doing purple, green. We should just do a pink one too. These are really, really cute. So anyways, yeah, every time I see something gnome related, I feel like we need to have it. Not that we need it, but I feel like many times we just need to have it. Oh, we're going to switch to this little bit bigger size. I think these are all the same-ish size, maybe? Now they are. Okay. They're all just a hair different sizing. All right, we're going to do 3 gnomes. And I love that. I'll use that for a New Year card. And now I've lost my packaging, and it's been found. All right, so next is paper selections. This one is gonna probably fit with this guy. Maybe. Now I'm second guessing my paper pad choice. Ooh. No, this is fun. Okay. We're gonna do this one for this guy. Let's see. I think the blue and the pink will work together. Yes. And then our purple Nomi. Ooh, I kind of want to put these as a stark, drastic. Let me see if there's any other ones, but I think that's it. Yep. That's going to be the one, for sure. Okay. We're going to glitz and glam these up because we have this scrapbook.com pad. So this one, we're going to get a little zhuzhed up with our layering. All right, so keeping with the Star Sparkle theme, I think these two are going to go well together. Let's see, do we have any pinkish? Where's holographic might work? Ooh, sold. This is going to go with this one. And then this set, we need something that pops. What color did I have there? The gold stars. Ooh, this pops. All right, found a popping color scheme. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna clear my space off and be right back. All right, I was getting to the point of knocking things over when I was moving stuff, so always important to at least clear enough space so that I'm not knocking more things over. Anyways, I want to start with this pink little guy. So I think, let's see, should that be the exterior, this be the interior? Because if that's the exterior, then I don't need to cut down a thing. Just let it be. Yeah, we'll just let it be. So that'll be the outside. Then this will be the inside. We'll use the same dimensions because I don't see why we need to change our dimensions at all. So that would be 3 1/4. I will say it out loud this time in hopes that I remind myself what sizing I chose. By 4 1/2. And don't let it move. That's not helpful. Don't know why my blade decided to pop up, but it did. All right, there we are. So let's see how fast and easy we can make this happen. Perfect. And then, so that one says festive sips. So then let's see. Celebrating the season. I think that would be the bottom here. Yeah. And it's subtle, but it's there. And, you know, this is great for, you know, work friends, person you go get coffee with on a regular basis, which reminds me, I do need to do that for my coffee friend. I need to get her a coffee gift card and make one of these. Indeed, indeed. Jamie has a thing for coffee from Not Too Shabby Shop. So do I. I don't know why, but crafting and coffee, my cup is currently empty, you can see, but crafting and coffee always seem to go together for me. And so I have an embarrassing amount of stamp sets, die sets having to do with coffee. Paper pad sets. Yes. So maybe sometime in the new year we'll do a coffee crafter week or something and just honor the coffee crafting, because I do love coffee and even tea. I made a really cute tea card called Best Teas this year. Nope, no foam tape. We're gonna follow along the lines of the rest of what I've done thus far and keep it simple. Right there, a little bit off of or above center, and there we go. Ta-da! So cute. It's just a little different. And it works. So, we use that same concept, outer layer, inner layer. Actually, I think I want this to be the outer layer. I'm playing around. I'm going outside the box. Yeah, I'm going to be different. So, this will be the outer layer for this one. So outer layer, that means 4 1/4. And yes, I am choosing portrait cards over landscape cards on purpose. So I just picked it and decided that's what we're doing. So 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Grab my card base, make sure it goes well. It's perfect. Okay. And this is like a pinkish red. It's not a true red. It's not a true pink. It's kind of right there in the middle, which I love that. All right. So then 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And those will be really cute for like putting behind an ephemera or some sentiment. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That worked better. Sometimes laying things out before you start committing to the gluing of things helps you visualize where you intend to go. You definitely need to do that more often. But this also means that hopefully in less than a half an hour's time, I'll have made 5 cards. So then my goal for 21 cards this month will be that much closer to being completed. Anyways. And then trying to place as centered-ish as possible. I'm not super picky. If I'm a little off-center, I'm a little off-center. I know people love their T-squares. I'm not one of those people. I'm a visual person. Because there's some times where I'm like, it doesn't, even though the T-square says it feels like it lines up, it doesn't line up to my eyes. This is not lined up, though. I gotta re-glue. Don't mind me. It could have been lined up. I just didn't feel like it was. There. Now that's lined up. Yeah. Okay. So let's find my sentiment here. And good tidings of great joy. That seems like an appropriate sentiment for that. And because the holographic paper is glossy, I'm going to make sure I have a decent amount of glue for gluing on top of that. It is also nice though because it lets me move it around because that was not centered. Okay, now it's centered and it looks fun. So cute, so fun. All right, under the block you go. Last one. We can do it. Less than a half an hour. Yay. Okay. Oop. Apparently I grabbed 2 stars. Don't need to. All right. Yep, and this one we're going to go back to. Or wait. Oh, this one, the holographic is going to go in the middle again. So, cut our card front first. 4 1/4. By 5 1/2. Keep that for later. And the holographic paper, we'll do 4.5. By 3.25. Yeah, that looks a lot better together. Okay, so grabbing my card base, making sure it's facing the correct direction. Always important to do that. I have done that once in the recent past where my card most definitely was not facing the correct direction. And then glue, glue, glue. Get it down. Line it up with the card base. Great. And then the one thing about patterns that don't have a specific direction, you don't really need to know if your placement's correct, because it is what it is. Where you put it down is where you put it down. All right, loving it. All right, so grabbing my little Nomi and figuring out a sentiment. A very Merry Christmas. That seems appropriate. And then glue in our little guy with some extra glue. And there we go. Our Nomi is ready for some holiday fun. How cute is he? I love these. Thank you, Jamie, for yet another amazing batch of ephemera and paper pads. Look at how fast and how easy those were. I mean, there are certain cards I would not have even finished one in this amount of time. So the fact that I can just grab and go and not think too hard and create simple but fun, a little touch of mixed media, it just works for me. I love it. Thank you, Jamie, for the fantastic inspiration. As always, thank you all for joining me today. I know it is buy season, but I love the idea of just shopping your own stash. I know I did buy more probably than I have in recent years, just crafty stuff, not other stuff. I have actually finished shopping at this point for the holidays for my people, unless I decide to make something or I find a bonus gift, or guess what? I have a lot of birthdays coming up, so I pre-buy a lot of birthday gifts too. So anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope to have some involvement from the children here soon. They have expressed interest in that, so look out for some little people helping me in some videos here soon. We just have to practice our good manners while we're videoing and or if we go live. It scares me a little bit personally, but I'm here for it. So again, I thank you all for joining me today, and don't forget to check out the links down below. Any click, you're supporting us, and that's genuinely appreciated. Or just share it, or like, or subscribe if you aren't already. Any little bit of free help we'll take. We genuinely appreciate all of you, and we thank you for supporting us and all of our endeavors this time of year especially. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to find the joy in your day, and happy making. Bye!